Good morning and welcome. Today I am going to teach you about the poem A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats, Class 12, Flamingo, the fourth poem. So let us first start with the poet. John Keats was a British romantic poet. Although trained to be a surgeon, Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. Keats' secret, his power to sway and delight the readers, lies primarily in his gift for perceiving the world and living his moods and aspirations in terms of language. So John Keats was a surgeon, but he devoted all his life in writing poems. His secret power was to delight the readers by his beautiful thoughts and words. The following is an excerpt from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance. So this poem which we have in our course is a part of the big poem that he has written, Endymion, that is a poetic romance. This poem is based on a Greek legend. It is a story which the Greek always tell to each other. It is about Endymion, a beautiful young shepherd. So Endymion is the main character of this poem, and he was a young shepherd who lived on Mount Latmos. He had a vision of Cynthia, the moon goddess. So he fell in love with the moon goddess Cynthia and he wanted to get her. So what did he do? The enchanted youth resolved to seek her out and so wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. तो वो जो यंग शेपर्ड था वो मून गॉडेस सिंथिया को पाने के लिए अपने घर से निकला, पूरे जंगलों में गया और सी के अंदर भी वो उन्हें ढूंढने के लिए निकला. Now let us start with the poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and asleep, full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breath. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and overdarkened ways, made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Such the moon, the sun, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils, with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make. Gainst the hot season the mid-forest break, rich with the wrinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens' brink. So this is the poem. Now I am going to give you the summary of the poem, A Thing of Beauty. In this poem there are a lot of figure of speech used by the poet, which I am going to explain in my second part. So in this part, I am just going to give you the summary of the poem, A Thing of Beauty. The British poet John Keats has written this poem, and it is a part, an excerpt taken from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance. The poet believes that beauty is forever. It is a source of never-ending joy. Whenever we think of a beautiful thing, it helps us relive the joy it gave us. It continues to live even after people die on this earth. The poet says that the beauty is forever. It never gets an end. Even if we die, our beauty is going to remain forever. Beauty is never forgotten and its loveliness never fades away. It is like a shelter that gives us a cool, shady place where we can relax from our sorrows and tensions. This beauty fills our sleep with beautiful dreams and it brings us health and happiness. We want ourselves to be bound to the earth, so we make flowery bands. We are surrounded by negative things like miseries, trials, hatreds, and greed. Human beings in the journey of life are on the lookout for happiness in some form of beauty to drive away the negativity and make their life worth living. So, in spite of all the shapeless things that we are having around us, in spite of all the dark spirits around us, that is, all the hatred, all the pain that is present in the world, still we are enjoying the beauty around us. That is the happiness which we are getting from the beauty that is around us. The animals, like the sheep that surround us, bring liveliness in our mundane life. The beautiful flowers, like the daffodils, make our world colorful amidst the greenery of the earth. The flowing streams bring us cool and refreshing corners under trees to escape the heat of the summer season. The forests, which are full of pretty musk roses and flowers with attractive scents, bring us a lot of joy. तो हम कितने भी डिप्रेस्ड हों, हम कितने भी दुखी हों, हम कितने भी पेन में हों, हम कितने भी परेशान हों, लेकिन एक छोटा सा फूल अपनी खुशबू से, अपनी सुंदरता से, अपने प्यारे से रंगों से हमें खुशी दे जाता है. सो एवरीथिंग अराउंड अस that is present in nature. It may be a small butterfly, it may be a small daffodil, it may be a small stream flowing from one place to another. They are all giving us happiness. So, the poet wants to explain over here that in spite of all the hatred and pain in the world is full of happiness also. And we have to learn to understand the happy moments. The poet says that beauty is also seen in the tragedies and death. तो poet जो है वो बहुत ही positive attitude रखते हैं. What does he say? He says that there is beauty in the tragedies also because we learn something from them. The deaths of mighty leaders and brave soldiers draw us to the beauty of their mighty souls. तो जो हमारे महान लोग हैं, जो हमारे महान योद्धा हैं, उनकी जब डेथ होती है तो भी हमें उनकी जो लाइफ है उसमें से बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है. वी लर्न सो मैनी थिंग्स फ्रॉम देयर लाइफ. सो व्हेन दे डाई दे आर एन इंस्पिरेशन फॉर एवरीवन. ब्यूटिफुल स्टोरीज हर्ड और रेड गिव अस जॉय. तो उन महान लोगों के बारे में जब हम पढ़ते हैं, वी आर हैप्पी, वी आर प्राउड that we have such great leaders around us. The beautiful objects are like an immortal drink given to us as a continuous blessing from the edge of heaven, that is God's house. तो ये जो हमारी चारों तरफ जो सुंदरता है, जो ब्यूटी है, वो क्या है? वो हमारे लिए एक अनएंडिंग ब्लेसिंग है. और ये ब्लेसिंग कहाँ से आई है? फ्रॉम द हाउस ऑफ गॉड, जो हेवन, स्वर्ग से आई है. They are the tonic which restore us and keep us healthy and happy. तो हम कितने भी बीमार हो, कितने भी दुखी हो, ये जो सुंदरता हमारे आसपास है, जो फूल, जो पौधे, जो पानी के झरने, ये सब हमें क्या देते हैं? खुशी दे जाते हैं. सो इन सब की जो हम देखते ही हम खुश हो जाते हैं और हमारी बॉडी को एक जो थकी हुई बॉडी है, जो एनर्जी ख़त्म हो चुकी है, जो हेट्रेड या ग्रीड या फिर अपने काम के बोझ के कारण बहुत थक चुकी है, उसे क्या मिलता है? एक नया टॉनिक मिलता है. टॉनिक मीन्स फुल ऑफ विटामिन्स. व्हेन वी सी ऑल द ब्यूटिफुल थिंग्स अराउंड अस, वी आर हैप्पी, वी बिकम हैप्पी and we are refreshed. So this was the summary of this poem. And now in the second part, I am going to give you the figures of speech mentioned in this poem, because each and every line has one figure of speech and I need to explain to you also. So please do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.